helping you live an ordinary life in an extraordinary way. This is Your Health with Dr. Burgandi Collins. And now, here is your host, Dr. Burgandi Collins.
Hi, what's up? This is Dr. Burgandi Collins, and thank you so much for listening to this episode of This Is Your Health, a lifestyle and wellness show about living an extraordinary life in an ordinary way. I am a chiropractor, and I work in Arlington, Virginia at Advanced Health Center. And on today's show, I am so excited that we are going to be discussing going from passion to action. The previous podcast was about working within passion and finding your passion and just living your life to the fullest. So now we're going to talk about taking that passion and making it action. On today's show, I have Ebony Walden of Ebony Walden Coaching and Consulting. Ebony has been doing life coaching for just 1 year. However, she's had many years' experience being an urban planner, a poet, a speaker, a world traveler, and as she would describe herself, a Renaissance woman. So let's welcome Ebony to the show. How are you, Ebony? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Burgandi. I'm so happy to be with you.
I'm so excited that you're here, and the fact that this topic is coming up is just so apropos because last week we were talking about passion and working with their passion, but now you're going to share with us how people can go from passion to action.
Exactly. So as a life coach, it's a co-creative relationship or conversation with people where basically I do sort of probably what the last speaker was talking about, is to help people identify what are their dreams, what are their passions, their gifts, their skills, their talents. We might do a number of different assessments to really hone in on who they are, where they want to go, their big idea, their dream. And then we have a series of conversations to help them chart the way forward. A lot of people have big ideas but don't know how to execute them. So in the midst of a coaching relationship, you can go from identifying my passion to making it happen through action.
Sounds very, very good. We were talking a little bit earlier, and you were telling me that you began this whole course of life coaching in 2011. Can you tell us what inspired you to actually become a life coach?
Yes, absolutely. So it was really sparked by a year before, or actually 2 years before, I got the idea. In 2009, I got the idea from just talking with a friend of mine to go on an around the world trip. So he thought he was going on one and was telling me about it. And by the time we got the call, I was so convinced that I wanted to go on one. And so 9 months later, I was on a plane to go to 17 different countries on 5 continents around the world.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yes, and I was so astonished by that myself, and I came back and I meet so many people that have ideas and dreams to start a business, to travel, to change professions, to be more creative, to be an artist, but they just don't do it. And so, or just to find their purpose and calling in life so they can have greater fulfillment. And so I'm just on a quest to motivate and empower specifically women to take the leap, to find out their dream or the passion or that one idea that they've been thinking about from a kid and work with me to identify it and then chart a way forward so they can make it happen. So, going around the world, I don't make that much money. I'm an urban planner. I'm not rich. How did I go around the world? I had the idea and I charted my way forward, and I want to help other people do the same.
Wow, I'm starting to get all these ideas of stuff that I want to do that I haven't done yet. So, wow,
I can look at the bucket list.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I want to accomplish. And gosh, 17 countries, 5 continents. Okay, so we'll talk more about that later. So, Ebony, how can your services or anyone who is a life coach, because I actually know quite a few life coaches, how can life coaching help a person go from passion to action?
So like I said before, it's sitting down and it's a co-creative relationship. So what we do is you bring an issue, a challenge, or a goal, or someplace that you want to grow or something you want to achieve in your life. So life coaching is very forward thinking. You have to have some place that you want to go. And so what happens is you schedule a coaching conversation, or we have a coaching package, and they start usually about 4 weeks, and most of my clients go up to 3 months. You can do 6 months to a year, but it's usually like a month to 3 months. And we sit down, have 45-minute sessions, and you bring an issue, and I ask you powerful questions that help you get to the heart of who you are and what you want, and then we chart the way forward there. Because if you're aligned with who you are and your true self and your values, the action, the doing comes out of it. So I just ask you powerful questions and mirror the truth and heart of what you're saying back to you, so that you can take that information and move forward and move through blockages.
So how is life coaching different from counseling or therapy?
Right. So it's the same format. You're sitting down with some person and having a conversation. So counseling or therapy really is about healing.
Okay.
It's about going through to the past and healing from some abuse, some negative behaviors of that. So that is absolutely not coaching. Coaching is about moving forward. It's about growth and progression. And it's about achieving your goals and living into the fullness of who you are. So coaching is forward thinking. And not everybody's ready for coaching. Not everybody's ready for that. Some people need to do that deep work before they're going to go forward. And it's totally different. So that's really the big difference. It's forward thinking. It's positive. We want to get you to where you want to go, not working through past issues or habits or behaviors.
Okay, so it's really basically for somebody who pretty much, they have a 5-year plan or 1-year plan, or they have a goal that they want to accomplish, and they kind of just need like a little push in order to take the action to get there?
Right. So have you ever had a conversation with somebody and then you spoke out loud and they asked you a lot of questions and you came away with some deep level of clarity that you wouldn't have had by yourself?
Yeah, I have.
So coaching is that to the intensity.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm trained to listen, to challenge, to hear those moments and those places anybody else may miss in a conversation. So we go to that depth, and then we go out. Then we go out forward. So I provide that space for you. I'm holding that space for you and listening and trying to understand what you are and moving you forward through really powerful questions, and you get to the depth. And coaching is just from therapy too, because I don't have all the answers. I actually don't have any of the answers. It's helping you find your answers, because I think as a client, you are resourceful, you are whole, you are wise, you have the answers. So coaching is helping you find the answers that are already deep in yourself, accessing those deep resources.
Okay, so what types of problems can a person come to you with, besides they want to plan a trip or learn how to do something new? What sort of things?
Absolutely. So it's a number of things. So if you have, you hate your job, you feel stuck, you feel like you have more purpose in life, there's something else that you call to do, and you're not sure what it is, then you would come to me and say, I really hate my job, or I like my job, but I just don't think it's what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I really want to find out what my passion is, and I want to create a plan to move forward with it. So that's person number one. Another person may be, they just hate their job and they know what they want to do, but they need some accountability and someone to walk with them through that transition and to create a plan. The third person is somebody who wants to birth a new creative venture. So you want to start a business, you want to write a book, you want to boost something or move something that's creative. So it's most of the time writing a book or starting a business. So mostly career transitions, starting a business, or some other creative venture or idea that you really want to make happen.
Okay, so these are the types of things that there's a beginning and an end, like there's an end result or a tangible product or some type of representation of a goal being accomplished. Right. Yeah,
so exactly. So coaching is a process. So you might go through the coaching process and just get greater clarity and have a plan and most of the time you come away with a plan of action. But depending on how long your coaching session is, you create a plan, and then I'm there to be accountable, working with your plan and helping you get deeper and deeper clarity so you can move toward with action. It really depends on how what coaching package that you buy and how long that we're coaching together.
Okay, sounds good. So it sounds like a lot of people can actually benefit from coaching and use coaches. I know I've read a couple of Tony Robbins books, and I just find his books to be just so phenomenal, so motivating, and he always has such insight. And he mentions that some of his clients, if you are listening, you don't know who Tony Robbins is, he's considered to be the father of life coaching. He says some of his clients have been politicians, including Bill Clinton, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, like really successful people. So with that being said, what type of people use life coaches? Is it just for those who are on the fast track of success, or what types of people can use you or use anyone as a life coach?
Well, anybody can have a life coach if they have to just be a person that wants to grow, and they have some place. And you actually may not need. You don't even need to be sure of which way you want to grow. But you're like, I want to do this or my profession or whatever. You just have the mindset that I want to grow and I want to work with somebody that's going to help you grow. So the willing spirit. My ideal clients are women that are mid-career professionals. So say you've been working for 7 to 15 years and you want to change jobs, or you want to start a business, or you want to make your dreams happen or birth something new. So that's my ideal is women that are in the middle of career and that they really want to make it. Anybody, I've talked to people that were younger, that were older, that anybody can benefit from a life coach. They just have to want to achieve their goal and want to grow and want to move forward and create their ideal lives.
Nice. That's a perfect segue, because I was just getting ready to ask you, what's your personal mission with your life coaching career? What do you want to accomplish by being a life coach?
Yes. So by coaching, I want to actually move into coaching. So now I've just started to launch my business. I want to move into coaching full time and to be a motivational speaker and to do workshops, group coaching, teleclasses. I already have a couple of book ideas for my around the world trip. I want to do things from those, just from the journey. So not only can one book is going to be about how did I go around the world?
Because you went by yourself, right? You went to 27 places almost by yourself, 17 countries, 5 continents. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I want to write, I want to speak, I want to coach. And at the heart of it is empowering people to find their passion and take it to action and to live out their dreams and to do, and to give what God created them to do.
Amen. I like that. So you also just answered, what do you hope to accomplish with your clients? I'm pretty sure people want to know, what do you hope that your clients will take away with after having life coaching sessions? I know you mentioned, sometimes life coaching can take anywhere from 3 months to even a year. What can a person expect to accomplish by spending so much time with someone like yourself for that amount of time?
Absolutely. First thing, deep discovery of your values, your strengths, what's important to you, what are your priorities, clarity on what you want, who you are, where you want to go, and how are you going to get there. And then that last step is an action plan. So steps that help you say, I'm here, I want to be there. These are the things that I need to change. These are the things I want to do. These are the things that I need to explore. These are the resources I need to get to where I'm going to go. So say you wanted to transition careers, we would go and do some assessments. You can figure out, what might be the right place to go, what resources or research or education you need, and then create a plan of action to what are the steps you need to take to get to where you want to go.
Hey, Ebony, I might have to use you and your services. It sounds life coaching sounds really interesting. I mean, I like I said, no life coaches. I have had a couple of experiences with one of my life coaching friends, but it sounds like something that I know I could benefit from. I'm sure a lot of the listeners could benefit from too, because hopefully we're all living a life that we have goals, and once we accomplish those goals, we have more goals. And I think most people really aren't completely satisfied with the way their lives are, and, always looking to achieve that next level of success, whatever that means for them. So I think it's great that you're helping people go from passion to action. I know sometimes the hard part is figuring out, hey, why am I here in this earth? What's my purpose? What is my passion? But it's also equally and also more important to figure out what do you do once you discover that passion. So I think it's wonderful that, you have a career that can help people do that.
Yes, and I'm excited to do that, and I'm excited to grow, and that's part of my sort of goal is also to continue to grow in my business and to help other people grow.
Sounds wonderful. So, Ebony, thank you so much for joining us on today's show. Again, it's Ebony Walden of Ebony Walden Coaching and Consulting. Again, she is a life coach. She is also an urban planner. She's a poet, a speaker, and as you just heard, she is a world traveler, having visited over 27 places in 17 different countries on 5 continents. And you did it by yourself, right? You said you did it by yourself.
Solo traveler.
You did a dolo, yeah, by yourself. And it's the reason why I'm like just so taken aback by that is because I traveled to the Dominican Republic by myself, and I don't speak Spanish, and I thought I was doing something. Now I see I wasn't doing shit.
You were doing something, girl.
No, I didn't go to no. You went to 5 continents, girl. So yeah, I got.
You got stuff up your game.
I do. You definitely gave me some clarity just now. Like I could think a little bigger. But again, Ebony, thank you so much for coming back. Coming and speaking with us. I really enjoyed this conversation. We'd love to speak with you in the future about life coaching, in further detail and other things because you have a lot of things beneficial going on. Can you please tell everyone how they can get in contact with you if they want to take advantage of your life coaching services or consulting or any of your services?
Absolutely. 2 ways. All you got to do is remember my name, Ebony Walden, EBONYWALDEN.com, or it's ebonywalden@gmail.com. If you're interested, I get free sample coaching sessions to anybody who's interested. You just bring an issue, a topic, and you get an idea of what coaching is about, and then we can decide if there's something you're interested in going forward and see what coaching package is best for you.
Nice. Thank you again, Ebony. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you all for listening. A lot of thank you and you're welcome moments on today's show. Again, I am speaking with Ebony Walden of Ebony Walden Coaching and Consulting. She's helping people go from passion to action. It was great having her on today's show, and I appreciate you all for listening on today's show. As always, This Is Your Health is available on Stitcher and also on YouTube. So make sure you just simply type in This Is Your Health or either Stitcher or YouTube, and you'll definitely find the show. We're also on Blog Loving, so make sure you log on to Blog Loving and show us some loving with a follow. Again, you can also find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. The handle is Dr. Burgandi. That's DRBURGANDI, and that is also the website, drburgandi.com. So again, thank you for listening, and I look forward to having another show with you all soon. Take care.
You're listening to This Is Your Health with Dr. Burgandi Collins.